And before that starts again, hey Blue Rockers, how are you? Connie Willis here. Welcome to Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis, Earth's most interesting conversations, people, places, and things. We need to add all that. Now I know there's a delay, but I just want to see if I've got you guys and you guys got me. Oh my gosh, it's not going yet. Oh my gosh, how is the sound not working? You all tell me if you can hear me. Darn it. You get everything right, you know what I'm saying? This is on, it's plugged in, it says I've got sound. It says it's on. Oh, I think you got me. I just think I had it on mute. There we go. Right, yay! Okay, hey Blue Rockers, yo! Once it's on, you're good to go. So hey everybody, how have you been? Didn't know if it was going to happen tonight, right? I know I've kind of tried to get into the Thursday night thing, but, still developing it, still figuring things out, still making it happen. And I got a ton of stuff to still shoot and put together. I hope you guys liked the golf little tidbit. Notice I did it on Facebook, and then I condensed it down to a neat little thing for YouTube, so it'd be a lot more enjoyable and fun. Hope you guys like that. Just little tidbits throughout. It's not all interviews. It's might even do in fact, let me know, what do you think, as those of you that might play golf out there or even don't. It doesn't matter. I got different playlists so you can enjoy what it is you enjoy. I kind of enjoy all of it, and that's kind of living the dream, is getting to do all of it. But I was thinking about doing something with John Ashton a little bit more regularly, where we have a good time together, because he is a very funny guy. But he's on a syndicated show called Those Weekend Golf Guys, and he's just a radio guy going internet and syndicated, and we worked at the same radio station. I was there a long time ago. Then he had come years after I had left. He actually did the middays, which is what I did at one point. And then he went on to mornings, and now he's doing a nationally syndicated show where he gets to go play golf and talk about golf all the time. He's one of those weekend golf guys. And if you got to see the little golf video, you can see all his information. Please subscribe to him and follow him. He's a great guy, a lot of fun, and he really works hard too. So maybe we'll do something. He's just hilarious. I just need to shut up and let him do all his jokes, because he's a funny guy. And very intelligent too. So hope that you like that. I still got stuff from the Little Green Men Festival that I'm going to throw out there. Some of it is a lot more appropriate, actually, because Halloween's coming up. You'll see what that is. It's already put together, so you'll see what that is. And then I have little fun tidbits of just little bitty videos I like to put together. So it's kind of a nice collage. You're not going to get stuck onto one subject all the time. I feel so bad for some of the people that have named their YouTube channels, UFO this or Bigfoot that, or I don't know. They're just stuck in that same genre, because once they start doing it and they're very serious about it, they all do it. They all say, oh man, I wish I would have called it something else. They've already established it at that point. So that's why we've got Blue Rock Talk. I've been on this business for a long time. Earth's most interesting conversations. We can talk about anything interesting. I love it. In fact, I got something new that I want to tell you about that I'm going to start up. So I'm going to take just a tiny mini break, as I want to tell you guys about it, but I want to see what you guys are saying on here without being rude or anything like that. So so you're watching Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. I'm Connie Willis. We're going to be right back. I got a new feature that I want to talk to you about. See what you think. See, that was a quick break, wasn't it? I'm going to try to tighten things up for you while we're here. And so far, Penny's good. She already went to the bathroom beforehand. And Nerner's fine. She's watching that Peter Lacey court show that's on right now. So I'm good for maybe an hour. So, by the way, before I mention the new series, I'll be on Coast to Coast October 14th. I'm working out my interview now, so I will let you guys know about that. You know, Halloween is following that, and that's a cool day. So I'm going to have something in the spirit of Halloween. You know, got to do something like that. I saw that someone wanted me to interview Rick Pitino. Ooh, touchy subject here in the city of Louisville for sure. You know, the thing about Rick Pitino, you know, I graduated at University of Kentucky, right? And he was the coach for University of Kentucky before University of Louisville. And he was hip, he was cool, he was really neat. I was in, when I went to school, it was actually Calipari. That it wasn't Calipari, no it wasn't, sorry. It was Joby Hall and then Sutton that were the coaches. I might have got Pitino on the end of it. I can't even remember now. All blurs together at one point, doesn't it? So he might have been there. But when I was at a radio station in Sarasota, Florida, this is interesting. I was doing middays, and there was a guy in the sales department named Ted Williams, believe it or not, of all the names. He was a Kentucky guy. Great salesman. He was already well off financially. He used it as an office. He really didn't need to work. So he just went there as kind of an office kind of thing. I don't know. He was really cool, by the way. And he and I hit it off because Kentuckians, especially when you're somewhere else, we all hit it off immediately. Just all of a sudden we know we got each other's back in any situation. So he and I hit it off immediately. Great guy. And at one point a phone call came into him. And the lady answering the phone says, "Oh, Ted Williams? Hold 1 second, please. May I ask who's calling?" "Rick Pitino? Okay, just a second." You know, she had no clue. This is Florida. Had no idea. And I happened to walk by and I went, "Oh, whoa, before you pass that on to him, did you say Rick Pitino?" "Yeah, that's what I got written down. That's what he said." I'm like, no. You know, I was going to try to grab it and say, "Hey," beforehand, but he ended up letting me talk to him at that point and say hi to him. I thought it was a joke, so to this day I kind of am sorry about that, but at that point he was really cool, things were great, you know, he looked good in blue, and then he went on, you know, I mean, I understand the pro thing and all that kind of stuff, you got to do that. I think he'd already been in the pros and he wasn't happy with it, so he went back to college, and then I believe he tried the pros again, and then he came back and he went to Louisville. And it was a compliment in a way because he wanted to come back to Kentucky. Okay, but U of L and UK, if you don't know, were like this. So when he went back to Louisville, we understood as a whole he just wanted to come back to Kentucky. But he went to the other school and he started wearing red instead of blue, and everybody looks better in blue. It's the way it is. Not biased at all, but it's true. But, you know, we were all still kind of happy. I mean, if you went to UK, you weren't all that happy, but you were at least happy that he was in Kentucky. And he really did just want to be in Kentucky, but, you know. Sweet bourbon, just a little bit. That's all that was left. Nerner has discovered it. Not a good thing, but it's good stuff. Anyway, there's a big deal going on with NCAA or not. I guess just basketball. I don't know. I'm staying out of it. I'm not interviewing Rick, but it would be cool if he gave it to me. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, so that's it about Rick Pitino. The other thing I want to say is we're still building up to 5,000. When we get to that 5,000 point, I have do I have them here? Oh, I didn't bring them. But I have the Gateway Experience Series CD, the HemiSync from the Monroe Institute to give out. My own personal collection, and gosh, I'm going to miss it. I need to start listening to it. But if I do now and then I scratch it, I'll be in trouble. So we got to hurry up and get to that 5,000 mark so that I can give those away before I want to just keep them. It's a great selection. It's the entire selection. It's, what is it, $500-$600 value. And yeah, I listened to it several times, but not that much, and not the entire series either. You can't. It's crazy. There's no way you could. I mean, if you have time, I just started running out of time. I had too many things. When you do radio, TV, you're kind of going kind of thing, especially when you don't have a solid thing when you're freelance. You're just all over the place. When you have something solid and a structured life and you listen to this, you're going to have a ball. You're going to absolutely love it. So, you guys already have your name in, and I appreciate that you guys are here and your name is definitely into it. So we get up to 5,000, we'll do that. Thank you for those of you that have shared the links and you have actually got people to subscribe. I really appreciate that. So 5,000, Nerner Penny Girl, golf, and let's talk about what I'm going to be doing, a new feature that I'm going to be adding. Hopefully with John Ashton we'll do something. I'm sure we will. Just got to figure that out. The only thing about golf and doing any tidbits with golf is there's a lot of editing involved. Just want to do something live. Someone just have a camera, hold it, we play or something like that. Or maybe he and I bounce the camera back and forth. If you have any ideas, let us know. I mean, he and I have some ideas, but we'll see what comes of it. And again, because I have different playlists, if you get notified and you don't care about golf, that's okay. It's not like that's the only thing I'm going to do. You're going to see me do other things like Bigfoot Friday and, UFOs, and you explain it, and, all sorts of different things. But there might be a playlist, Penny and I taking the trail. But these playlists will allow me to do different things. And I like that. I like the different playlists. I like being able to do different things like that. Let me know what you think about doing something golf-wise, if you're interested in that at all. The other thing is, this is kind of cool. You ready? Let me see if there's any other questions beforehand, because I really want to know your thoughts on it. Are you, and you're her number one fan, DJ. Hey there, DJ. How are you? Thank you very much. Hey, Ralph Miko. What is this, Ralph? You said something about, I hope it's not a dude. What? Did I miss something? Hope this isn't another dude. Oh, dud. Dud? Well, what's that about? Explain yourself, Lucy. Let's see. Hey there, Christopher. Woohoo! Just a quick hello to everybody, that's all. Mary Atkinson. Hey, Mary and Ian. Appreciate that you guys are here. John Z. Gravitt. Got John Demis, is that right, John? You're the one with the interview, Rick Bettino. Yeah, I know. Hey, Angels, who's her neck? You know basketball, too. You understand that. Where did you go, Connie? Nope, it just stopped. Okay. Oh, I hope it's still going. Derek Tyler's book, Alien Contact, The Difficult Truth, just turned a year old. No way. It's been a year? No way. Not since I talked about it, though. Right? It's just the book. Okay. How about having him on to discuss the book and possibly talk about the second book in the series? Ian, you already saw that I talked to him a couple times, right? And we talked about his book and the future book, right? You already know this, right? I had him on Coast to Coast as well, right? You know all this, Ian? If you don't, catch Ian up, everybody. What do I have? At least one, maybe two videos on Derek alone. And I think maybe 3 or 4 total because things didn't work out and we had to talk about it. Right? Usually Derek comes on, by the way, Ian. He might be here in the group. I just haven't seen it yet. Let's see. Refresh the browser. Okay, thanks. Blah, 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 blah. Your mom is adorable. She will love hearing that. And Gary, let's see, UK releasing UFO files soon. Doubt we will find anything interesting, but you never know. This is true. Oh, Ralph, you had unsuccessful live viz before. I gotcha. Okay. I appreciate you letting me know what that meant. Okay, this is true. But I've always tried to revive them each time, right? But some of them did get stuck. Yeah, true. Okay. Good. You like the golf? Great. And going back to Gary Porter and UK releasing UFO files soon. I thought they were going to do that before. I remember hearing that before, and it seems like everybody else does do it. You know what? I don't even care if Siri's going off. What did I say? No, no, Siri's going off. Hope it didn't kill you guys. Let's see. Are we still on? I didn't even know I had Series on my MacBook Pro. All of a sudden, I better not say that word. Holy cow. Thought I lost you guys. I hope I didn't. That's crazy. Anybody has a Mac, it shows up on your MacBook Pro or what, right over there in the corner. That was weird. Anyway, I've heard about disclosure so many times. It really doesn't matter to me because I know they're real. I know they're infiltrated. I know they're already here. We all know this, right? So, I don't, if the rest of the world doesn't want to know it or admit to it, I guess they don't have to be in the know. But we're blue rockers and we're in the know, right? And we're not the crazy folks out there that people think. We are just in the know. And again, as we all know too, once you understand, you can't go back. And sometimes you wish you could. I know there's times I wish I could. You know what? I was still, I still got to tell you what I want to do, but still on the, prowl, pathway to try to get Marcus Lemonis. And I was just talking to someone tonight, and I told them, a friend of mine knew a friend, and I had worked with them long before in the racing world. And they have a connection to Marcus. And they knew me, and they knew my work, and they liked my work, and they liked me years back, but they didn't want to go to him with a show that might have ETs or Bigfoot on it. I mean, it's Earth's most interesting conversations. We can talk about anything and everything, and we will. But that was pretty sad to hear. Because let Marcus decide that, right? He owns Camping World, Gander Outdoor, and there's another one too, besides Good Sam's and all these other businesses that you've seen on the television show. His audience, it's us, camping, looking up in the stars at night, hanging out at night, using his supplies and his RVs, traveling. I mean, let Marcus make that decision. I was pretty sad about that. And another friend of mine or someone that I knew had said that he was going to help me out, and maybe he still will. But it seemed like it was, and I think it's just because of the UFO kind of thing and the Bigfoot thing, which is ridiculous. I mean, the evidence is already out there anyway, and I don't know. I don't think Marcus is going to have the problem with it. So anyway, if anybody out there, any of you blue rockers at all, can get a hold of him, please keep trying. I appreciate that. He did say do a pitch, on his Twitter. So I did a little video pitch on 2 different occasions that he had. I haven't heard from him. I think he probably gets a hold of you immediately. And I did let him know that the coolest thing about this YouTube channel is we have blue rockers. And what's good about that? And tell me if I'm wrong. I really do want to know from you guys. But I believe as the YouTube channel grows and the blue rockers grow across the U.S. and then some, because we're all over the planet and we all can relate to the stuff we're talking about. It's not where only, one group or one race or one gender. We all can relate to the stuff we talk about. As humans, we are one. So not only are we one and we can unite, we might debate about things about are they green or are they not. And I'm only just, we have a variety of discussions that we can talk about and subjects. But I do believe that as the blue rockers grow, I really do believe if you're in the vicinity of being able to help someone that is not doing so well due to a hurricane or earthquake or fires or any of these horrible things that happen, I do believe you guys would be there to volunteer, if you can get there. I really do. I think you'd help out with the food or this or whatever, and I would love to have at that point everybody has the Blue Rocker t-shirts or hoodies or whatever, or jackets, and they're supplied to you by me. Hopefully that's how I can get. And say, hey, those of you in Miami, can you go over here? Or those of you that are close to the fires in the Pacific Northwest, can you deliver, this? And if you're close by, I think you would. I think you'd be proud of it. So let me know in the comments about that. Would you? Do you think that I'm stretching it by thinking that? Because I think you guys would be there. I think you would. So I want you guys to answer that. I am going to take another break. And then I'll be back, and I'm going to tell you the new thing that I got coming up, because I do really, 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 really do want to know what it is you guys think about it. Sorry. Welcome back to Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. Connie Willis here, yo, Blue Rockers. Yes, I do think you guys would help volunteer, and I hope you would. I think you would. I just think you guys are good people, and I think you would. I think you would be there in time of need. And again, I could hopefully at that point be able to get hoodies for you, say Blue Rockers here to help, something like that. But I really do think that you guys would be there. I think you're very caring people. You have good hearts, loyal for sure. And so, if you can get a hold of Marcus Lamonas, help me out. See if we can do that and really build this up quickly and get that RV and travel around and start throwing out t-shirts and hats and all that, what is that called, swag, right? Can't remember all the prize closet names. We just said, what do we got in the prize closet? We'd go in there and raid the prize closet before we do anything in radio. Okay, so get this. I don't know about doing any names yet. I won't. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'll just kind of keep it crypto myself. But so there's a new little feature I'm working on right now. We're in the process of pulling it together and making it happen. Got a couple more meetings beforehand, but I think it will start as soon as next week, very early in the week, and a different time slot as well. And what it will be I'm going to be talking about the future of money, cryptocurrency. A lot of you have heard about Bitcoins, right? I don't know if you invest in those. I don't know if you are into those or not. I don't know if you're interested. I don't know if you've thought about it. Well, guess what? We're going to talk about it. So if you choose not to want to talk about that, just don't watch it. That's okay. Because it's not the only thing I'm going to be doing. I'll be back with all the other goodies. But if you're interested at all, you'll want to watch. Plan to do this starting early next week. And it's not about Bitcoins, but it's one similar to Bitcoins. And I'm going to teach you all about, I'm going to be learning with you. Let's put it that way. And I don't want to say yet until we sign off on it, but it's better than Bitcoins. That's the word. I'm always like, I got to wait till we sign off on some things, but I don't know what you know about it, but I know a little bit about it. And I'm learning more and more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an expert in this that's going to be right there along the way, teaching us, showing us, talking about it, and putting it in layman's terms. And what you don't understand, let me know. But I'm probably going to ask those questions that you may have if you're clueless to it, because I'm clueless to it. That was kind of always my forte. Is people always like me because I would ask the questions that the general audience would ask, because I genuinely also wanted to know, because I didn't know about it. So that's how it's going to be with this. So I'll probably ask the questions you have if you're not into it. If you are into it, well, guess what? You're going to like this, because this is something new, fairly new, very different than, not very different from the Bitcoin, but significant differences in the Bitcoin. And we're going to start that early next week. So what do you think about that? What do you think about the Bitcoin world? Even though it's not going to be Bitcoins, it's going to be something different. So those of you that understand the Bitcoin, I think you're going to really be interested in this. You're not going to go, oh no, the Bitcoin's better. I think you're going to go, ooh, this is kind of cool. So take a listen to it. And I don't know. I'm going to kind of go along with it as I'm learning it from this person, and he introduces it, and he continues to stay on the ball with us. Now, it's not going to be just, one day a week kind of thing. We were talking about that, and we'll probably have one day a week where it would be consistent, at least, to make sure we get the update. But if anything occurs, I want to bring them on and just go, hey, you guys, here we are, blah, 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 blah. This is what happened today. This is what we're looking at. If you're following along with us, if you're doing the same thing, or, we can't tell you what to do. Can't tell you how to spend your money or anything. We'll have a nice disclaimer up there, but it's all about learning as we go along and seeing how this goes. So I'm excited about it, because I know some people making some good money off of this. You actually can spend the currency. So, it's supposed to be the money of the future, which is now. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to look over here and see if anybody cares. Good topic to learn about, John? Okay. Everybody else is talking amongst themselves. Your son is into Bitcoins. So tell me about that. Is he making any money? It is a lot of... Clyde did a show on Bitcoins. Great topic. Go for it, Connie. We'll do it. Yeah, it's something very interesting. It's something that I think you need to jump into, learn about it. And I basically was told that not only is now a good time to get into all this kind of stuff, but without the world getting into it, you know, people like you and I, it's not going to work anyway. You can get all the investors and corporations into it, but unless people like us don't get into it, it's not going to work. So, I don't know. That's something that I was told. I think I got that right. Maybe not. That's why we're going to have an expert that's going to come in here and do that. Really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. And I'm excited about that. So, I hope that you guys like it too. I should have asked about, kind of mentioning everything about it. But we're going to talk more about it on Sunday afternoon. And then it may start as soon as Tuesday. Okay? It'll be in the day. It'll be live. It'll be in the day. And you can ask questions because if it's live, you have access to asking stuff. And he's good with that too. But I want to be able to keep it in a format where if something happens that morning or in the middle of the day, on a whole nother day, then, Tuesdays at 10, then we can go right on with it and say, this is a good time to do this, or this is what's happening, or this is fantastic, whatever it is. I don't know enough to even give you an idea of it, but I'm really excited about it. And I'm gonna follow along with it. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna take the risk, and maybe you guys will take the risk too. I'm going to be setting up everything this weekend with them, so I'll have it ready. So when we go on, I'm gonna do it with you. If you guys choose to do it with me, I'm gonna do it with them. I'm gonna kind of teach me as we go along, and in turn, I teach you. Or you learn from us, okay? So you do the exact same thing I do. I don't know, maybe you have some suggestions, but I think that'll be really cool. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what happens. It should be fun. So I hope that you guys like that too. I've read over 42. Okay, you guys are back into the UFOs things. Do some research. My globalists are for it. What's a Bitcoin? It is. It's a digital currency. And the one that we're going to talk about is not Bitcoin. You know what? I'm going to say it. Well, I'm stuck. I'd rather wait until we start it, but, well, I don't know. Why not? BitShares. Look into BitShares. We're going to be talking about BitShares. I'm going to tell you how to get into it. I'm going to do the same thing. I tell you how to get into it, what it means, what it's all about, what to look for, what's happening, and we're going to get it by, I've got the connections to the big ones, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope that you guys join me with that. And it'll be a regular playlist here on Blue Rock Talk, and it's definitely interesting. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about it. I also talked to a very successful businessman earlier, and a couple of them, and they really didn't care much about it, I guess, or didn't know much about it. I guess if you're doing well elsewhere, why do you need to look into it, Or maybe you are looking into it when you do well. We're going to learn a lot, that's for sure. I have so many questions about it. Okay. You guys, I'm glad to know that you guys are going to be interested in that. That's really cool. All right. So that's what we'll do. We're going to be talking about that. Now, when it comes to, let's see, UFOs, you guys are in there talking about the UFO stuff. I will definitely get Derek Tyler back on again. He's the man. It's funny, we keep in touch, and I'm looking forward to his next book. We got each other's back, that's for sure. He's an interesting guy. I know that some of you don't believe everything with him, but that's okay. We can all disagree. There's no question about that. Anything else going on? I'm looking forward to being on Coast on the 14th. I've got some really interesting things that I'm throwing out there, but Can't tell you yet. I want it to be a surprise in that first week. I just got to nail everything down. But other than that, that's really it. Nothing else happening. I don't know. Let's see what you guys want to talk about. I've been taking Mom to the doctor a lot. Just running, follow-up stuff. No big deal. Therapies. Everything's good, but just worn out. These doctors, they get up at 5 a.m. Not me. I don't like it. So let me see what else you got going on. I had a lot of people asking me, hey, why aren't you at this conference? Or are you going to be at this conference? Are you going to speak at this conference? Are you going to MC this conference, this event? I am asked that a lot. But the event's got to ask me. If the event people don't ask me, I'm not going to be there. It just is what it is. They are the ones to ask you to go. So, if you guys are wanting to see me at an event near you, I would love to do it. Not only for the reasons of doing it, because that's kind of what I'm used to doing, but I can also broadcast on Blue Rock Talk and show you guys what's going on as well. So if you guys have some sort of event or conference that's going on around you or you're a part of, suggest me. A lot of people think that I don't do them. When I ask them, they ask me when it's too late that all their budget is spent of flying anybody in or anything like that, and they ask if I would have done it, and I'm, well, of course, absolutely. I like to be around my peeps, introduce and meet some blue rockers out there along the way. So, just throw my name out there if that's the case, because people ask me later on, they think that I wouldn't do it, which is kind of weird. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all about communication. Bitcoin is the future. There's John with the future or some blockchain currency. Yes. And the one we're going to be talking about, BitShares, if I'm correct, don't have that blockchain. Got some big differences. Got some very big differences than the other one. Okay, let me go back to that. Ooh, that was interesting. Wish I could put this in front of me. Okay. We're going to be disproving some of the things you guys are saying. Ralph, you say only globalists are for it. Hang in there, Ralphie. One of my best friends along the way in my life, his name was Ralph, and we called him Ralphie. I'm sure you got that too, right? It is digital currency. The problem is that, okay, Mark, that's cool, Mark. Then you're going to like this. This guy's going to not only answer my questions, which I'm clueless about it, but he's going to be able to answer yours. So it'll be great to hear what he says when you say that we don't know who controls the digital currency, because the difference between the Bitcoin and the BitShare has to do with there is a middleman with the Bitcoin where BitShares there's not. And where that middleman is with Bitcoin, there can be some manipulation. Or the other, they're going to answer that for you. Interesting, Mark. Great. Please be there when I start this. Make sure you got the notification bell hit on after you've subscribed, so that you'll know when that happens, and you can really watch it. Tell me what you think. Want to make want to hear what you guys think about this stuff as it happens too. BitShares. Please hit the like button. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ralph. Yeah, while you guys are here, while you're already here, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. Go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks. Appreciate it. Don't be that dweeb that hits the unlike. Oh, There is a dweeb that comes in and like, poo poo. Jamie Dimon, poo poo the Bitcoin. The Goldman Sachs bought the dip. It's still new to me too, and we got to look into it. You know, just as Blue Rockers, we've got to be in the know. We don't want to be left behind if there is something cool. So let's just see. You know, let's give it a shot. The guy behind BitShares is behind some other things too. We're going to be talking to him at one point as well. You know, the godfather of it. Mark Brown. Mark's really into this. Mark's got this thing going on. It's based on the economic theory that if something has a limited number of anything has value. It's interesting. You know, even going back to years ago, the things that people believed were very valuable when it came to toys or, you know, collectibles and things like that. And then the internet popped up, right? And then everybody had these things and nobody cared about them anymore because everybody had them. Where before they thought they were hard to find because there was no communication going on. It was like that with, like my mom has saved everything she's ever had. I'm looking up at, you know, this is the front porch and my mom's got collectibles everywhere. And she kept them since she was born and would even buy collectibles for hopes in 20 years one day kind of thing. And I'm looking around, and she's got a bazillion Beanie Babies and dolls and all these kinds of things. And at one point, before the internet, she could have made some money. Now, after the internet, she can't make any money because everybody else has the same stuff and did the same thing she did. Only specific ones are now worth money. So, yeah, this is good. I'm glad that you guys are somewhat interested in it. I like that. I like that. Ralphie. That's excellent. Okay. All right. So now we're getting back into, I think I find more on UFOs. I've always listened to all and everyone's stories, just have not seen anything that I could... I don't know what that says. Thank you, DJ, for loving the YouTube channel. I appreciate that. So anyway, we're going to get into the currency thing. And on this weekend, I'm going to have like an hour or so. And I'm going to set it all up. I'm going to be ready to go. I'm going to move forward on this. And then we're going to learn together. So I'm excited about it. It's... something I want to be a part of, and I like the fact that I know Bitcoin, people have been talking about that for a while, but I know that this is even beyond that. So let's see what happens, okay? Thank you, and hope that you guys will be a part of it with me. Coast to Coast on the 14th, and in between that, maybe some golfing, maybe some metal detecting. People have told me about some metal detecting places. However, the places that people have told me about are places that people have been to. Metal detecting a place where people have already been. Hello, they've already been there. They've already been there. It's already been whacked around a couple different times. So I gotta go somewhere no one's gone. And that there might be something there. We were pulling up croquet metal stuff. The croquet, I don't know what they call that, where you hit the croquet ball in through the metal piece. Pulling those things up. Because we used to play croquet a long time ago. All the time we play croquet. So, I also want to do abandoned buildings still. Not just for metal detecting. By the way, that's a side note with abandoned buildings and abandoned houses. Definitely do the metal detecting when that's the case. But I want to find abandoned buildings and abandoned houses to walk through. Ones that aren't just old and rickety and sitting there and falling apart. I mean, of course, I want them to be old and abandoned, but I want the ones that still have stuff in them. That's the freaky part. I've seen a couple of channels that have these abandoned homes in them, and abandoned that they go and investigate these abandoned places, whether it's homes, hospitals, businesses, and the stuff is still there. It's like they just left. It's like they just walked away one day, and that's it. Things still there. Typewriters, books, paper, copiers, still there. Maybe beat up a little bit, maybe some grass growing through them, but now, why would that occur? That reminds me of when, you see these documentaries, and you guys have seen them, I'm sure, where a place is haunted and they run and never go back, and they don't care about going back. It's like that. I mean, why would a business, or even hotels or schools, leave all this stuff behind that they could sell or reuse, or that you would take home, that you wouldn't just walk away? I mean, even years back, wouldn't you go, all right, we're all leaving, we all got fired, or this is the last day, I think I'm going to take this typewriter home with me. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Do you ask guests from coast to coast, come back to your channel here? That's a good question. I got to figure that one out in a different way. I love Coast to Coast, and I don't want to mess that up at all. Love them. Love it. So much fun, exciting. I did broadcast radio for 15 years and national television for many as well. And there's just something about that feeling when you're talking to millions of people. So like, I can kind of feel the vibe. Now, I know that there's not millions right now, but when you're there, it's just that feel that you get that vibe of, So anyway, I never want to hurt that. I love, come on, you guys, it's iconic. We all know that. I'm so thankful. So I like to, have people on there first, kind of thing, usually, because I know that's a treat for them as well. But, I want to make sure I want to grow this channel too. So it's kind of per person basis, I guess, Thought about doing some things. I don't want to say it out loud. Every time I say something, I see someone else do it. I don't think they're listening to me and stealing from it, but just don't want to throw it out there in the vibe. But I am working on something to clarify that a little bit more. Oh, so you were in a haunted house, Angel's Hooser Nook, and you moved out. Yeah, I understand that. I couldn't move out as a kid. I didn't have a choice, but I understand that. It just gets too crazy. Okay, Mike, what do you got here? What's Mike saying here? We just need permission to get to that place that was just exposed this summer for the first time in 62 years. We just need the permission to go there and metal detect, among other things. Mike, where is this? Mike, where is this? Can I go? And Mike Blake is saying, look up unfound treasures in your state. I was looking up some stuff like that, and I was finding spots that other people would go to, and I found just a lot of historic places. And by the way, in Kentucky, they now have a law where you cannot metal detect in parks and other, I don't know, I'm new to the metal detecting part of it. I've got property, I know people with property, so I can do that kind of thing. But and go into some areas where there might be something. Apparently there's all these laws here in Kentucky that other places don't have. There's not really gold to find here. So really the things here are Civil War stuff if you're looking for historic kind of things. But I want to go to the places where somebody dropped a Rolex or a gold ring or something like that. I'm looking for that kind of stuff. And again, meteorites too. And the meteorite thing, that's not, there have been some that have dumped here. But I plan to travel with this show, and there'll be other days to metal detect and find. But I do want abandoned places. So Mike Crow, please keep me up to date on what you're talking about. If that's something, I don't know where you're at. Where are you? 14, let's see, when you were a kid, Mark Browser, you went through an old mansion. Very creepy. Exactly. It is very creepy. And here's something that I've realized too. The people that go, you get video of abandoned homes, get video of abandoned mansions, hotels, resorts, amusement parks, hospitals, businesses. People like it. There's a certain group of people that are just beyond blue rockers that's what they go for. They want to see that kind of stuff. So I want to help bring that to you. I just did some of my research, and I couldn't believe the tens to hundreds of thousands of people that they just want to see video of you walking through the abandoned house and show what's there. Isn't that crazy? They don't care where it is. They just want to see what's there. And I found that pretty interesting. There's a guy that's very successful YouTubing just doing that. And in fact, this is funny. There was another guy, this is just through my research that I found out. Another guy was trying to create, make a YouTube channel like me and grow it and make a living from it. And as he was building it, I guess at one point he had bought some property and he had just went to the property and he is trying to do I think it might have been, I don't know if he was doing real estate or not, or maybe how-to videos or something like that. I don't know. But he had bought some property, just kind of bought it. Didn't go and look at it or check it out, just bought it. And then he finds that there's this old abandoned house on it. So here's this guy struggling with some sort of how-to kind of video or YouTube channel. Not doing all that great. It's just a slow build. I understand. But he goes and he realizes he's got this old abandoned house on his property that he just bought. He had no idea it was there. So he's doing his video, and he's doing it maybe live, maybe recorded, I don't remember. But he's talking live to tape. And he says, "Holy cow, check this out. This is on my property." Now there's that Siri thing going on. What am I saying? That's weird. I can't even get it to get on when I want to. So he's going, "Look at this building. I bought this property. I didn't just come and see it or anything like that. I didn't know this was on here, and now here it is. I'm going to go check it out." And he basically did the video part, I think, just to make sure he documented if he fell through or something. He had that on recording, but he ended up, I don't know that it went viral, but he ended up getting hundreds of thousands of views. And all of a sudden he started going to abandoned places. So he thought, how did this ever happen? He had no idea. And so I've seen quite a few YouTube channels like that. So I want to make it a part of the playlist here on my channel. Okay, Mike. Oh, Mike Crow, he retracted his message. Is it who's the one that's gonna wait, which Mike? There's two Mikes. Mike Crow. There's three Mikes. Mike Blake, Mike Browser, Mike Crow. Mikes. I don't know which one's which. Okay, Mike Crow. I want to know where you're from. I'm talking about this place you're talking about. Mike Blake is from Blackie, Kentucky. Blakely, Kentucky. Is that Blakely or Blackley? Blackie. Have y'all watched Curb Your Enthusiasm? Mom's catching up on the entire series. Curb Your Enthusiasm is about to start up again October 1. Years later. What a great show. What a great show. I don't, that just came to mind because if it's Blackie or Blakey, remember the Blacks, remember the season of the Blacks, the Black family that was named the Blacks, and he always made a joke about that and got in trouble about it. Funny show. Funny show. Louisville, Kentucky. Got all my Kentuckians here. You guys all definitely have to let me know. So you need to phonetically spell that for me, Mike. So I love you guys too. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And listen, a new show coming up, a new playlist. It's going to be on digital currency. I'm real excited about it. Let's hope that this makes. I want to go with it, and I want to see if it makes me some money. I'm real excited about it. It's a new thing. I never understood the stock market at all. So let's see if it was because I was supposed to wait for this. We'll see what happens. I'm going to stay very positive about it. And I look forward to introducing you to the expert and the guy that our go-to guy of what we're going to do with it. I'm really excited about it. I do want to talk to Gerald Salente soon. I want to ask him his thoughts about it. Love that man. Had him on Coast to Coast. He said he would do Blue Rock Talk, so I'm going to get a hold of him and see how he's doing and what's been going on with him. I definitely will be bringing on some other people here that were on Coast to Coast. Without a doubt, they've all agreed that they would do it. I'm looking forward to that. And I hope that you go back, if you haven't, to look at all the videos that I have done in the past. We got James Gilliland, which was absolutely wonderful. How did you guys like Mitchell Townsend and his rocks? Pretty interesting, huh? Samantha Ellen Ritchie with information and doing radionics with Ron Moorhead last. Did you get to see the Ron Moorhead last videotape as well? Also got Adam Davies on there. Naughty, naughty. And if you go back a little further, you got Lynn Buchanan, Dr. David Jacobs, Jesse Marcel Jr., Lloyd Pye talking about the Star Child long ago. Frank Fascino Jr. I got to get Frank on talking about the Flatwoods Monster. We'll have to do that. I haven't talked to Frank in a long, long time. Funny guy, nice guy, kind as can be, and very interesting. He knows inside and out about the UFOs over Washington in 52. He knows all about the Flatwoods Monster. If I get him on, it'll be a marathon night. So maybe we'll have to have a special name for that. It'll be like a marathon night. Because not only will he go on forever because he can, but he'll take your questions. And I know you'll have a lot of questions. Because that was so famous, all that. And he's got more information than anybody. His books are like, gigantic. And he continues to research it. He's just addicted to it, where he finds out more and more and more things. I mean, I was trying to set him up to get a documentary done, and he just overwhelmed the people. I don't want to be a writer and get overwhelmed with so much stuff, but, that's it. Now, see this mug here? This is a mug from a radio station long ago that I was at. Long ago. It still looks good. Still looks good. This was like, 89 or 90. Okay? It's not the same station anymore. It's Light 106.9 or something. But this was when I was working there. It still looks good. This is what I want the Blue Rock Talk at one point to be on. I think it'll look good. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm out on the front porch. We got all the lights on. Little flies. Fly was in that drink. Drinking that sweet bourbon. Oh, I licked a fly. I licked a fly. And I think it licked me back. Oh, 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 I didn't swallow him at least. Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, ugh, I don't. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. That was absolutely horrible. Oh, oh my gosh. I don't know if you saw that or not. I don't know if I was over here and you didn't see it. I don't know. It was terrible. It was terrible. That was terrible. I'm going to have nightmares tonight. I can't get that out of my. What happened? I took a sip and there it was, right? I could tell. It's like it was a fly in a normal, good sized fly in my mouth. Already drunk, passed out, or dead, one or the other. It, I felt it on my tongue. I mean, it didn't grab my, with the legs. It was like full body there. So it was limp. Could have been passed out. Could have been just like, doing the backstroke in there. I don't know, but oh, and I knew it. Whenever I have something out here, it's just, it's going to happen, right? All the lights and then Sweet bourbon, yeah. Oh, sweet cream bourbon, whatever it's called, cream bourbon or whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. There might have been. Oh, y'all. Ugh. That's terrible. What's the dude's name that did The Fly? Jeff Goldblum. There might have been a little Jeff Goldblum head on this thing. See your comments. Let's. Y'all are laughing about this. That's terrible. I'm gonna read what you all said. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Let's see what you guys are saying over here. Yes, we are live. Bug. That's not very nice. I thought you were on the moon. Nasty fly. Could be a Curb Your Enthusiasm show theme. Absolutely. Absolutely. Call Larry. LD, man. LD. I'm dying over here. Bourbon fly. Have a great night by now. It was sanitized. You got that right. And a Kentucky girl at that. Toughen up. Oh my gosh. Snack break. Yes. Anyway, on that note, yes, good shows to watch now. Curb Your Enthusiasm's coming up, and we got another season of People of Earth. I'm looking forward to that. It's a joy to watch because they're really pretty on target about what they're talking about with the abduction group and the aliens and different things like that. However, they were wrong the other day. I wasn't appreciative of it for those of you that are watching People of Earth, because you guys, if you're into it, you guys are into it because you're into UFOs. With People of Earth, at the very end, the last show of the season, that finale, what they did was, right, the aliens abducted all of them, right? And they're laying on the gurneys up in the ship, right? Isn't that correct? They're all like strapped down. Aliens don't need to strap you down. They got you. They've already zapped you. You're the zombie. You are under their control. You don't need to be strapped down. Nah. No. That part. I did tweet them that was not... They were off base there. And then I said, unless it's the actual military doing it. But then again, that could be the case too. Someone had told me at one point along the way in my interviews, they said with implants that if there's a metal implant in you that you find, any metallic at all, it's humans. And if you find, because the aliens do it where it's with the actual flesh or, internally, like twist something, I don't know. I think it's the pineal gland. I think that's it right there. It's the pineal gland. Ta-da! We're going to find out the answers. Anyway, on that note, and a freaking fly in my mouth. I do have that on tape. I'm going to edit it and see how it looks. Oh my gosh, that was awful. That was awful. That was absolutely terrible. Oh, I'm reliving it right now, and it was not cool. Okay, so next week, digital currency. And then after that, on the 14th, it is Coast to Coast. And between that, it's my birthday. Yay! October 12th. Send gifts. No flies. No fly. It's a no-fly zone. I'm going to put that on every show. No-fly zone. Remind me. That'll be good. Oh, that was awful. I got to go into therapy now. I will let you guys go. It's never the military. It's never the military. Oh my gosh, this is good talk. This is good talk. I need to get you guys here. I need to be able to pull you in here. And that's the one thing about YouTube that bugs me. In order to get you on YouTube, from the MacBook Pro because I think you might be able to do it another way, but I gotta pull you up on Skype, and that's a whole another ordeal. Where Facebook, you can just pull people right up. So come on, YouTube, get with it. I'm sticking with you. Come on. Anyway, I gotta go do some more Listerine. I just can't get that out of my mouth. Not that I tasted it, it's just the feel. So I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that. Ugh. Ugh. Getting sick thinking about it again. I better go. Thanks, you guys. Ugh. All right, good night, Blue Rockers. Talk to you soon with digital currency, and please, let's get up to 5,000 shares or subscribers, and please help me out. I gotta go. Thanks for understanding. Good night. Ugh.